Here we are. We've just left our ship. We have this sad pistol. Very sad. I've done this so many times. I always come over here and I'm always missing a key. Some nice material work. I like the surface detail. Being a part of a, I don't know, I can't even describe to you how many times I've had to build early on in my career, even more recently. This broken piece of bridge filled with stuff that I like to call nougat. In the environment art world, at least in my environment art world, we call this nougat. Look, there's a little bit of nougat in there. You just put a tiling texture on it, and then you jam some geometry in there, and you hope that nosy environment artists like me aren't just gonna, you know, get in here and rotate the camera in every way that you anticipated we wouldn't, or hoped we wouldn't. And you find things like a floating rock, which, you know, I will give anyone credit for anything that finding bugs like this is, and then, or what I would say as a game developer, it's really easy to miss these kinds of bugs, especially when you're trying to launch a product. Everyone is expecting, well, actually, depending on the way the development process has gone, you're either winding down and moving on to something new as you're about to launch a product, or you are, well, a little bit of both usually, but crunching to get this one out the door. And in that, a lot of there's, you know, it's inevitable that communication breaks down and things like that get missed as locks happen. I don't know how familiar, you know, your average gamer is with game development, but as we start to push something like this towards a launch window, you know, production jumps in and basically says, you don't have to launch this. This game needs to launch, let's say March, and we're gonna lock down all the code, all the art, all the assets, everything, 3 months beforehand. And you can only log in to the server, or you can only make changes if you are one of these people, or pass through some sort of a gate. Reason being, we don't want anyone to introduce a game-breaking bug that may or may not destroy our launch. And, well, I don't know. Little insight, that's all. Anyway, to the godlight. The beacon of hope in any game. Oh. I think their effects team did a great job too. I'm envious. Never worked on a project with, well, let me just say, being able to fully utilize Unreal's tech, the Niagara, to make visual effects would be fantastic. Early on in my career, I did make visual effects. I was doing everything back in the day when making games was less complicated. Most people wore many hats. I should probably move. How do I get up there? Wait, my very first game, I was given the title of art director. Straight out of college. Took me 25 years to get back there. Roughly. But at the time I was doing all kinds of stuff. Animation, VFX, cinematics, illustration. Whatever needed to be done. It's charming. Alright, where was I? Let's go smack some people around here. I'm sorry if you were hoping to get gameplay out of this, although I never promised gameplay. I promised analysis and some game developer tips, so at this point, if you're still around, then, you know, you must be down. Yeah, the map, reminiscent of Doom. I love it. I think it works really well for the issue of solving a vertical map and with connected pieces or disconnected pieces. Maps are difficult. There's a lot of discussion that goes on behind developing a map. Terrifying in some ways because the tech involved is not always built into the engine, and it requires a dedicated team and a dedicated design and a dedicated asset list, and you wouldn't believe the amount of work that goes into a map like this and the amount of decisions that are made. A lot of the times the decisions end up getting watered down to the point that, you know, people have had to compromise for the sake of the project, and, you know, you end up with a sort of a watered down version of what everybody hopes is, you know, what you, the players, would want, or me as a game developer playing games. I'm a gamer first, developer second, I would say. Probably dad first, and husband first, then developer second. Wait, I guess that puts developer third. Anywho. That's my door. Oh, you gotta get to the blue door. And I don't have any points. Ha. Awesome. Cable. One more time. As long as you don't have 3 malfunctions, you can usually survive pretty well. Or there's a couple that really put the screws in your run. The enemies that retaliate every time you hit them is a real difficult, lovely addition to the already difficult game, so I appreciate that one. I rush quickly to solve that problem and run from everybody. I do want a new gun. Whee! I love timing the... You gotta juke right at the end. It's like playing hockey. Or you gotta juke and then shoot the opposite direction. For a simple melee mechanic, I'm amazed that this game was able to pull together, basically take all the tropes of a standard side-scrolling roguelike and water them down in a very cool way. So again, bravo to the development team. I haven't quite figured out how to solve it yet, but my sound system goes to sleep and it turns off my TV. Tech. Yay! I feel like I spend more time smashing my head against smart tech than I do using any of its features. Drop a line in the comments if you agree with that sentiment. Don't get me started on passwords. Do I want a damage siphon? This is fun. That's a good one. Kinetic siphon can do a lot of wonders, especially with groups of weak enemies. Converts damage dealt to integrity duration until a 2 hits taken. I like it. This is okay. It's short-lived. Gonna replace it. Blue door. And it's not. That was my ticket out of here. This is my ticket to. Oh, I hate this. Risk reward. Risk reward. The benefit. Or the goal of any. Not the goal. The underlying tone of a roguelike game. I've been disappointed by the risk-reward factor on this one over and over again. I'm going to take this. Actually, they're going to pop up before I take it. I'm going to have to fight a bunch of those flying enemies that attack you quickly. And this is probably going to be an item I don't really need. What do I want? Prove me wrong. Kinetic field. Huh. Yeah. Nah. And nobody popped up. Alright, I'm probably gonna shut up now, just sort of rush through some of this. Get to another biome. That's new. Usually. Oh, got me. Okay with that. Oh. It's always so much more fun in the first biome if you can get. I can't change weapons. So I can just open this. Dream. If I think hard enough, I can transmute the attributes to my weapon through osmosis. It's accurate, right? Osmosis. Grr. He's so stubborn. Hello. Hey, this is not bad. I can't get it. Resin. I'll take it. Aha. What a gobber. Roguelike gobber is also reminiscent of an Unreal weapon. There's a buyout cannon. Basically fill the tank up with goo and it sticks to people and explodes. It's my favorite weapon in this game so far. I don't think I have them all because I'm only on the 3rd biome, and I have been forever. Probably like 60 hours. No, alright crew, I'm gonna cut it here. I hope you've enjoyed this, my nonsense rambling. Ooh, I want to kill this guy. Get him. Alright. If I'm saying that right, but man, you said us. Take that. Shoot him. I don't really feel like. Yep, calling it. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Slack out.